I look like a bomb bitch and I have nowhere to freaking go. It's 12:50 in middle of the night. Might just go get some freaking chicken or something. Some raisin cane. Hola everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my canal, or if this is your first time here, hola. I'm Edgar and today we are going to be doing bronze and beautiful glam. I don't even know what I'm gonna call this, to be honest. I don't know if I'm gonna call this bronze and beautiful glam. I'm too lazy to get ready glam. I gotta be somewhere, but I gotta look cute. But one thing is for sure, we are going to be beat. My face is pretty much done. I'm just missing the eyes. So we're gonna be doing my go-to glam. Now, I know when people think quick, easy glam, they don't necessarily associate with a bronze smoky eye. So this is the look I'm gonna be showing y'all today. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen like hints, like little bits and pieces of how I do this, but I don't really show exactly what palette I use, what colors I use. It's not that it's secretive, but usually when I'm doing the shadow look, I'm just like, so yeah, I'm sure you guys are going to love this video. It's highly requested and it's super freaking easy to do. It takes you maybe no more than 5 to 10 minutes. It can be toned up, toned down, whatever y'all wanna do. If you're new here, hello. We like to do giveaways here on my channels. If you guys wanna enter into a makeup care package giveaway, all you guys have to do to enter is click the little red subscribe button down below, along with the little post notification bell. Give this video a big thumbs up, and most importantly, comment your Instagram handle down in the comments below. I'll be picking a winner and DMing you guys on the ground. And yeah, let's get right into today's video. All right, y'all, so I'm actually like kind of freaking hyped to show y'all this because I always get so many freaking questions and I feel like, okay, computer, okay, just interrupt me like that. I always get a lot of compliments on this look, so freaking many. Let me tell y'all, if y'all want to find a baby daddy at the club, this look will work for you. Don't ask me how I know, just know that it is scientifically tested by me and it works. Please remember that you guys do not necessarily have to go out and buy every single product that I show y'all today. If you have something similar, feel free to use it. If you guys want to get the exact look, which I can guarantee you will look bomb every single time with little to no effort, then pick these products up. I'll be showing you guys everything here on screen and also linking them down below. But yeah, feel free to use whatever you got. So yeah, let's just get started. So usually when I do this eye look, I already have my base on like I do today. Literally, I have every single thing on except my eyes and lashes, of course. So because our base is done already, I'm gonna take a little bit of translucent powder. I'm using the Laura Mercier and I am just gonna put some under the eyes. The palette I'm using today has little to no fallout, like very, very little, which is why I love it. Because usually when I'm doing this, I am in a rush, y'all. Like, I just don't have time. So just in case, so we don't mess anything up, have no boo-boos, have no accidentes, this is what you want under. Now, I do already have a little bit of concealer on my eyes. So with whatever is left over on my brush, I'm going to just pat it over my lids. This is all about being quick and efficient. I just make sure that there's no creases in my concealer, and there you go. So that is our base. Now, the palette I'm gonna be using, and this is, I wouldn't say it's my holy grail. I don't like to call items holy grails because there's always something new and better always coming out. But this is a palette that I've absolutely been in love with for like, I don't know how long I've been using this. 2 years, I believe. This is probably one of the best neutral palettes I've ever used. It's from Tarte. It's the Tartelette Toasted palette. You can see mine is a little beat up, a little crusty. It is what it is. And here is what the palette looks like. You can see it has really pretty neutrals. You can clearly see this palette is well freaking loved. Now, if you saw my last palette review, which was also a neutral palette, you'll know I mentioned this one because the other one was getting patchy and this one doesn't do that. This palette does not get patchy. It has amazing pigment. It blends like a dream. This palette, by the way, retails, I believe, for $40, but I can tell y'all, you will get your money's friggin' worth out of this palette. I like to use a really fluffy brush like this for my first shadow. I'm gonna go in with Warmth, which is this orangey color right here. It's not super orange. I would say it's like a terracotta peach color. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this like that, knock off the excess, and I'm going to start dabbing it on the lid like this. One quick little application, the shadow's already on there. I still definitely do like to build it up though. Like I mentioned in the beginning, this look requires little to no effort. It is somewhat structured, but it doesn't require the work that a structured look would do. And by that I mean it's going to look bomb and it's going to look super glam, but it's not going to require precision for like a cut crease per se. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more, pack that on, and then I'm going to start wing this out. I definitely do recommend pulling out your shadow a bit like this, especially if you guys have small hooded eyes like me. It's going to elongate your eyes, make them look bigger, a little bit more sexy. I love a good putita moment, so that's why I like to really pull out my eyeshadow. Pull out game strong. I like to almost take it and blend it in this area right here, like right into my temple. Not necessarily like dip in and go straight on my temple, but I like dip in, tap off the excess, and then just pull out kind of like that. You guys will get an amazing finish, and it's not gonna look super crazy, but it's still gonna look like you put in a lot of work. Now, if for some reason you guys feel like that's a little much or you over blend it or something, I like to go in with the shade called Cashmere. I don't take it by itself, but what I do is kind of mix in between these so you get a mix of both. I start kind of right here in the inner part, kind of right by where the nose meets the brow, literally using the exact same brush. Right over the edge of that, I blend that out. So you can see that kind of softens everything up. And then same thing, if you feel like you went in with a little too much of that, go back in with warmth. No biggie, just pop that and it'll resaturate really quick. Cute. Okay, so now let's move on to the next shade. This shade right here is called Cozy. So I'm taking a brush that is, it's still fluffy, but it's a little bit more pinched and it is a little bit smaller. This one is the Makeup Shack T12 brush. By the way, all the brushes I'm using right now is literally like they're dirty because this is what I use all the time for this exact look. So I'm taking Cozy and I'm just pressing this in. Now, as I go in with deeper colors, I keep them closer to the end. You could definitely go in further in the eye, but I feel like keeping the darker colors closer towards the outside really just lets the inner part of the eyes be bright, be really like awake. So you can see I'm kind of going right, like if I'm looking straight at the camera, I go right over where my eye folds. Don't want to have it just like a tiny little dot here. You really want to make sure you guys are opening up your eyes. Actually, you know what? Let's go in all the way. So I'm oh well, let's just do the thing. I'm going in just a little bit more with no additional product, just to kind of deepen up the crease all throughout. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit more of a precise crease brush. Here's kind of the progress that we've done. First brush, second brush, and then the third brush. It's still a little bit fluffy, but it is a lot more dense, a lot more pinched, a little bit more small, so you guys can get a better precise application. So what I'm doing now is going in with this darkest shade in the palette. It's called Fireside. With this shade, you definitely want to keep it closest to just the outer corner. We still will go in and kind of blend it out into the other Cozy shade a little bit, but I'm definitely keeping it more right on the outside. Going in with a little bit more. So the way I like to work is kind of just popping on the color, and after I pop it onto the area that I want to pop it onto, I then go in and worry about blending this out. But the most important part is really just getting it on there, and then we blend. You can get this look done in literally, this takes me what, no more than 10 minutes with my lashes and everything. So this is a really freaking quick look. Okay, so now same brush, just make sure we have no shadow on there. I'm going to lightly just blend out the edge outwards to kind of give us that V sort of shape. I'm not pulling it out all the way. I'm just making sure that you see right here, there's like a little edge. I'm just making sure that I kind of blend this outwards. Of course, just like with any look, you don't want any harsh lines. So just make sure you guys smoke out this darker shade a bit. Okay, so there is Fireside applied. Now I'm gonna go back in with the very first brush that I use on Warmth. Very, very light pressure. You guys make sure you don't go in like that. I'm just taking this right on like the edge where I feel like I would like a little bit more warmth. And if you feel like you covered up Cozy, go into Cozy and just right on the edge. See? Okay, so this is what you should be at now. It looks like I spent a lot of time blending, right? But I actually just popped on the shadows one after another, and they kind of pretty much did the work for me. Now let's get on to the lid and the lower lash line. For the lid, you can really do any color in this palette, or honestly, you could even do any color that you guys prefer. There's a few shimmers in here. There's like a really dark one that's a little bit more bronze, one that's a little bit more red, one that's more of like a golden bronze, and one that is just like a little bit more of a light shimmery peach. I personally like to go into the shade Sunset. It's like a true bronze, and what I do is just go in with my finger and see how pretty that is, and I just pop that onto the lid. She pigmented. This is what a Balm neutral palette performs like. Just basically pop that onto the lid up until where the dark shadow meets. I definitely do like to take a little bit at a time and then just slightly build it up. And also you guys saw how I blended out all the shadows that I applied previously over the crease. Like when I look straight forward, they're outside. Same thing with these. I like to go over. Here's where my lid is, and I like to go over. When I have my eyes open, you should still be able to see the shimmer. Same thing as like a cut crease. You're supposed to go over if you have a hooded lid. Look at how easy this is, y'all. Look at how easy this is. Now you can always go in with the shade that we used for Cozy. Kind of right where these two meet, just bounce that brush with no additional product. Just to make sure we have no harsh lines. So now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna go in with a tiny brush like this. And with this brush, I'm picking up Cozy. And right along the lower lash line, I'm just gonna pop this on. And you can see right here where it meets the outside, I kind of go a little bit out. So naturally, where my lower lash line is, I just follow that up. And this is what this is going to do, is it's going to blend any harsh edges we might have gotten from the top area, and it's also going to connect the lower lash line to the top part of the eye. And I personally love like a really smoky lower lash line, so you don't have to go as smoky, but you definitely do still want to apply some of these shadows that you applied on top, on the bottom, just to really make everything cohesive. So now with the same brush, I'm going into Fireside. And I'm going to apply this on the lower lash line, but I'm going to keep it more towards the outsides. I start on the outside and keep it right about like halfway. You also do want to keep it a little bit tighter to the lower lash line. For the first shade, I kind of just went all over. Okay, so here is where we are at now with the shadows. You can see gorgeous, stunning. But now it's time for the fun stuff, which is my favorite part of this look. I'm gonna go in with one additional shadow, which isn't in the palette. Everyone should probably own one of these shadows. And what I'm talking about is a black eyeshadow. This particular shadow I'm using is a black shadow from Makeup Geek. You can buy this individually. This is literally the best freaking black shadow. It's called Corrupt. It is the best black shadow because it's super pigmented, it's blendable, it's buildable, and it's also affordable, and it doesn't really have fallout, to be honest. I know a lot of people don't like using black because they say they get a lot of fallout and it's hard to blend, but this shade, I don't have an issue with that. So I'm just picking up some of this black. Now, this is optional, but trust me, you will want to do this. Right in the center, I'm just popping a little bit of this on. Like, you want to be very careful with not over smoking out. I mean, unless you want to, again, unless you want to. But I really like to just put this right where all the colors kind of meet. So that way the black is darkest and then everything outside is really diffused and gradient. So this is with a little bit of black and this is without. It looks pretty similar, but it definitely does make a difference. So you can see this is, wow, okay, so now that I have both sides done, you can really see how this black shadow kind of ties everything together. And if you feel like you need to blend it out a little bit, go in with the brush that we used for our darkest shadow, which is Fireside from the palette, and just lightly blend out the edges of that black. Okay, so I'm going to use the black one more time, but for this I'm going to use a flat shader brush. This is the Flat Definer E15 from Sigma, and I'm going to go right along the lower lash line, starting from the outer part of the eye to the inner part. It might look like I'm kind of going like this, but I'm actually just tapping right along the lashes. You don't want to use a fluffy brush for this. You definitely want to keep it as close to the lower lashes as you can. This really just ties the looks together. It makes your eyes super sexy, super sultry, and it also makes your lashes look thicker. Now there's a black applied. If you feel like you need to blend that out a little bit, feel free to use the same brush that we used Fireside with no additional product and just blend out the edges of that. Okay, so now for the inner corner, I like to take just like my usual face highlighter. The one I have on today is this one by Estee Lauder. I'm sorry, don't kill me. It is just, oh no, it's not discontinued. It comes out once a year, y'all. Like during the summer, this particular highlighter comes out. This is what Amrezy uses. This is what I use all the time. If I don't say what highlighter I'm using, this is it. So you can see it's a little broken, but it's basically just like a gold, like a pale gold. So I like to go into the pan directly with my pinky and just pop this onto the inner corner of the eye. It's really pretty, really pigmented. I'm popping this in the inner corner and also a little bit onto the lid, like very so slightly. The next two items are my secret weapon. This is the Diamond Glow Powder from Artist Couture in the shade Illuminati. This is 100% pigment highlighter, and look at what this is going to do, all right? So it's loose highlighter and, y'all seen it? Inner corner brighter than my future. Final step, literally, I promise. Actually, let me just buff out the powder because we're pretty much done with shadows. I'm taking a little dose of colors brush, knocking off the excess. From here, you could basically do mascara, pop on your lashes, and you're done. But you know, I put the E in extra. The last final step, which is totally freaking extra, but I totally freaking recommend it. It's totally gonna freaking last you so long and you're gonna get so much use out of it. This is the Joseph Colors Dazzling Glitter. Now, this is a glitter liner, but y'all know makeup is makeup. You can use it however the hell you want. Gold of this is not like a yellow gold. It's like a really pretty pale gold. What I like to do with this comes with like a liner applicator. I like to get a couple pumps, maybe like 2 to 3. For both eyes, in total, I use like 2 to 3. So just take some out, dab it off on the back of your hand, kind of just like that. And I take a flat brush, just a little flat brush. And what I do is just lightly pick some up. I don't want to grab the whole glob. I kind of just dab it on here. Just how I'm dabbing to pick this glitter up, I'm going to dab it on the lid. Just dab, dab, dab. Whatever you do, please do not drag this because that'll ruin the shadow. But look at that, the extraness, no extraness. Just how I went in with the shimmer on the lid, I'm gonna go right above this. That way when our eyes are open, you can still see the glitter. Look at how quick and easy it was to amp up the look. Like, wow. This product also dries really quick and it doesn't flake or anything, which I really do appreciate. I would recommend giving it like 30 seconds. Just keep your eyes closed, keep it like this. If you have a fan, feel free to fan yourself, you know. That is pretty much the eye look, y'all. Now, the only thing I like to do before I do mascara and lashes is I like to do a little line on my eyes. You can do a winged liner if you'd like, but you know, we're not all experienced in that. Now I like to take a black pencil, which I'm gonna do off camera because I don't want to poke my eye. And all I'm gonna do is pop this into the waterline, both like the waterline here and the waterline on top of the eye. All right, so now it is time for lashes, my favorite part of eyes. The ones I'm gonna be using today are from the Lash Bar LA and they are in the style Scorpio. All right, y'all, so here's the final look. My lashes are all nice and dry, nice and applied. Look at how bomb they are. I'm not just saying that because I have an affiliate code, but y'all should probably pick these up because damn. All right, but all jokes aside, here is the final look. What did I say in the beginning? It's so freaking easy. It's so freaking quick. Once you practice this look a few times, you should be able to do it like this, like super quick, super easy without even having any thought. Even smokier, you can make this less smoky, but I just think this is a gorgeous look that goes with every single skin tone, any special occasion, even just like a night out. It might be a little bit much depending on your workplace, but I can definitely tell you that people will compliment you with this look. So yeah, from this tutorial, I really hope you took away more than anything the tips, the application, the positioning of these shadows that I did. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's definitely been a long overdue, but it's something that I wanted to give y'all. Please, if you do wear this look to Christmas, for New Year's, send it to me on Instagram, send it to me on Snapchat, tweet me it at Edgar's Makeup everywhere on the internet because I want to see y'all in this look. Because let me tell y'all, I don't care if you're a beginner, I don't care if you're an expert, you will look bomb in this look. That's pretty much today's video. If you guys do want to enter today's makeup care package giveaway, don't forget to do so. Subscribe, click the bell, give me a big thumbs up, and comment your Instagram handle down below. If you don't want to, please consider subscribing. I put out makeup content regularly. But yeah, you guys, that is everything from me. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much as always for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.